Every day on There's No Taste Like Home, Chef Gino D'Acampo will take 3 family cooks and the recipes that have been passed down through their families from generation to generation, out of the home and into a professional kitchen.
Let's get cooking.
Together, they'll serve up their treasured dishes to paying customers, and the winning dish, judged by Gino, will be added to the restaurant's menu for a month.
That's the way we rock.
To prove
that there is no taste like home.
On today's show, a beautiful family dish that can trace its roots back to the 1300s in India, but was brought to England by the Raj.
I started cooking it when I was 6 or 7. I associate it with the excitement of getting all the family together.
A Shropshire regional favourite that fuses the classic combination of pork and apple and has been passed down 4 generations.
My grandmother Stella taught me how to make it when I was about 8 years old, and she'd have learnt it from her mum in the early 1900s.
And a rich and hearty soup that has traditionally been enjoyed for centuries every Saturday in Caribbean households.
If you go into any West Indian home on a Saturday, especially Jamaican homes, you'll have your pot of soup on the fire.
Welcome to There's No Taste Like Home. I'm Gino D'Acampo and today I'm in beautiful Shrewsbury in Shropshire. This county is home to the world's first skyscraper built in 1797 and is the birthplace to one of the world's brightest brains, Charles Darwin, who was born here in Shrewsbury in 1809. This region is steeped in history, and I found the 3 home cooks with 3 fabulous recipes. Are you excited? Me too! In a matter of hours, they will cook their family dishes in this restaurant for paying diners. But remember, my home cooks, they never cooked in a professional kitchen before, so I'm really curious to see how they're gonna cope. Will they be able to cook for complete strangers? Will they be able to prove that there's no taste like home? Well, I'm gonna get into the kitchen and find out.
Today's cooks are Melissa Rees, who is creating chilled Kejori served on gem lettuce leaves. Hattie Finch, who is cooking Great Granny Olive's Fidget pie served with a side of baked beans. And Maxine Moore, who is making Great Granny Annie's Caribbean Saturday soup.
So girls, welcome to a professional kitchen. How do you feel?
Oh, great.
Great.
Right.
There is a lot of preparation to do. I want big smiles, okay? And let's get cooking, okay? Come on, girls, everybody cooking. Let's start.
Let's find out how our first cook makes her dish at home. Melissa Rees is a 44-year-old married mother of 4 from Church Stratton, here with husband Jeremy and children Esme, Mafanui, Willow and Sebastian. On the menu today is a dish with ancient origins in India, chilled Kejori. This recipe can be traced back over 100 years to Melissa's great-great-grandfather, Sir Murray Love Hammock, who was governor of Madras during the Victorian era.
Here's how I make my chilled Kejori. Right, well, we're going to start with the fish, and that's what we're going to cook first. So we've got smoked haddock and salmon and prawns. I love cooking this because it reminds me of my mother, and it reminds me of summertime and getting people together and families and eating outside. So I'll put the smoked haddock into this pan here. I'll put in a couple of peppercorns, pour in some milk, put the lid on that, and I can turn on the hob. I'm using salmon now, and I'm putting the prawns in at the same time. Here's the little basket of eggs, free range, of course, and I'm going to prick the base of them because I don't want them splitting in the pan. I'm putting about 1 inch of water, put the lid on, and let it come to the boil for sort of 8 minutes. The thing is now to get it cold as quickly as possible, so I'll be draining off the milk. And now this needs to be left to cool. About 500 grams of basmati rice, double the amount of water. I can chop up the parsley next. Parsley is chopped. I'll move on to the eggs now. Okay, so in moment of truth. Oh no, they're fine, look. Open that one up as well. 3 eggs chopped up. So I'm going to test the rice. Look, lovely and fluffy. I'm going to tip it into a bowl as just a way of cooling it down as quickly as I can. I think it's a good time now to flake that fish. But that's flaking off beautifully. It smells yummy already. I'm putting the prawns in and then flake off this pretty salmon. So bring it out. Might as well get my hands fully in now. Then we've got the parsley. Give it a stir now. Lovely, bright yellow yolks. This is summer in a bowl. Just single cream. Pour it until you think you should stop. Give it a bit of zing. A little bit of lemon zest. Mum's old recipe said the juice of half a lemon. So that's the finished dish, and now it's time to serve it up.
That's Melissa's chilled Kejori. Gino wants to know more about this fascinating dish.
Melissa, tell me everything I should know about your recipe.
Well, my great-grandfather, Murray Hammock, was in India in around 1890, and he was governor over there. At that time in Victorian England, the Indian recipes were incredibly popular. They became fashionable. They were the fashionable dishes to cook. And he would have brought back ideas of that. It was passed down from great-grandfather to grandfather, and then years later, my mum spotting this recipe and thinking it's too hot to eat it as a hot, spicy dish. This appeals because it's a chilled version.
So are you saying that now this recipe is very much part of your family as well?
Oh, yes. I mean, I started cooking it when I was 6 or 7. I remember my mother getting involved in family get-togethers. I associate it with the excitement of getting all the family together. And now, of course, my children associate it with their grandmother and their aunts and uncles because, again, we would perhaps gather at my mother's house with all of them. So, yes, it's been passed down to my children, and I know my brothers and sisters, they have children and they all eat it as well. So it's, you know, it's still going.
What would it mean to you to win today's competition and have this recipe on this restaurant menu for 1 month, you know, for your family, for your mother,
Well,
your
I'll be
grandmother?
straight on the phone. My mother wasn't able to be here today, so when I get home, I'll be phoning her and saying, it's great news, Mum, you know, Kejori is on the menu. She'll be very pleased. So from that point of view, I'd be dead chuffed, yes.
So, Melissa, I'm a little bit concerned about your recipe that we need to give them a little bit more.
Okay.
Because, you know, they're paying diners, they're going to pay good money. So what I was thinking to do, how about if we make some chapati?
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, something very simple. What I got here, a little bit of ghee, chapati flour,
Yeah,
okay? Mix everything together with your fingertip, and then add water slowly, until you get a beautiful soft dough texture, okay? You flatten them down with a rolling pin like that, and then we're going to cook them.
Right.
Come here, I'll show you how to cook them. So the way to do it is very simple. Hot, dry frying pan.
Right.
Okay? Chapati goes in there. So at this point, make sure that you shake it. And then very soon, it's going to be ready to be flicked on the other side. That's it. What do you think?
Okay, yeah, I'm pleased with that. Thank you.
Melissa begins the Kejori by shelling the prawns. Working in a professional kitchen has taken her right back to her childhood and cooking this dish for the first time.
Well, I'm a little bit nervous about getting the rice right because I wouldn't want to overcook it. I did that when I was a child and I wouldn't want to do that again. So, yeah, I have to keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't overflow and boil over. And, yeah, the rice is a crucial bit.
I think you will agree, a brilliant recipe with an amazing story. But you know what? We still have 2 more dishes to come, and believe you me, you really don't want to miss that.
Coming up, a duo of mouth-watering recipes. One, a hearty Shropshire family favourite, and the other, a traditional Caribbean soup with a hint of spice.
One more pie. Tell me how many pies you want. One more pie.
I've got 5 left.
And our 3 home cooks are pushed to the limit as the lunchtime orders flood in.
Coming.
Stressful.
Welcome back to There's No Taste Like Home, where today I'm in Shropshire. I I've got 3 amateur cooks working here in this professional kitchen, preparing their family dishes for lunchtime service. I've met my first cook. Let's see who is next.
Hattie Finch is a 25-year-old hygiene maintenance engineer who lives here in Shropshire with her 6-year-old daughter Bethany. Her dish today is an unusual blend of meat, fruit, dairy and vegetables. Great Granny Olive's fidget pie, first cooked in the early 1900s.
This is how I make my Great Granny Olive's fidget pie. Let's start with the pastry. This dish is very reminiscent of my grandma, and she had it made for her by her mum, as I did by my mum, and as I'm going to teach to my daughter. I need 100 grams of butter. Next, we're going to weigh the flour, which is 200 grams. Next, we add the water, which is 40 mils of cold water. I'm happy with my pastry now, so I'm ready to get my dish and start assembling my pie. I'm just going to neaten the edges to just give it makes it look nicer. Okay. This technique has been passed down from my mum. That's the base done. I'm going to cut the bacon up now, just into thin slices, so it's all nice and fried. So put this in a bit at a time, really, so it has a nice chance to cook. So whilst the bacon's resting, we're going to prepare the rest of the filling for the pie. I've grated 120 grams of cheese, that's just normal cheddar, and 1 cooking apple. So now I've sliced and decored the apples and peeled them and grated the cheese, we're going to layer it into the pie. Starting with the apple and then a layer of bacon and then cheese, and then repeat that again. All the smells when I'm cooking this dish remind me of walking into my grandma's kitchen and being able to smell it all cooking away and thinking, oh, yum. Now the pie filling is complete, I can get on with the mashed potato topping. I do put a bit of grainy mustard in. So now my mash is ready, we're ready to put it on top of the pie. Okay, and now it's ready to go in the oven at 170 Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes. And now it's time to serve it up.
That's Great Granny Olive's fidget pie, which Hattie serves with baked beans, an unusual recipe with an unusual heritage.
So Hattie, tell me, why have you bought me this beautiful local recipe to make?
It's very traditional to my family and to the area as well. My grandmother Stella taught me how to make it when I was about 8 years old, and she'd have learnt it from her mum in the early 1900s. And also my mum makes it as well, so it's been passed down.
So tell me about the memory that you have when you were a little girl, trying the recipe for the first time, cooking the recipe.
I remember going up to my grandma's, and she had apple trees in the garden. She'd make everything from scratch, pickles and chutney. She was always very busy. So we used to help her, me and my cousins, we'd pick the apples and go and cook in the kitchen with her. It was just really nice. You could smell everything cooking and bubbling away. And it was just a really nice atmosphere when we went up there and everyone getting together and eating the fidget pie and many other things.
Tell me the memory when you were a little girl with your mum in the kitchen learning this particular recipe.
My mum was always a very keen cook. I remember, standing on a bit of a stool to reach the sideboards and rolling out pastry and making jam tarts and all sorts, and her trying to teach me all the methods. I mean, never remembering them.
What would it mean to you, and in the memory of your grandmother, to win today's competition and have this dish on a restaurant menu?
It'd be nice to share it, but also it's really just nice to, remember my grandma. She died when I was very young, and it's nice to live on her memory in her cooking as well, because that's what I always remember her for. This dish it's very family related. We're a very close family, and although we lived far apart, we always, and this reminds me, this dish, of going up to my grandma's and my mum teaching it to me teaching it to my daughter. It's, we're very close.
As Hattie begins making her fidget pie, she's looking forward to the whole experience of a professional kitchen. But there's one element of this dish that could cause her problems.
The pastry's the only bit I'm really worried about, because if it splits, it's hard to get it going again, and handling it too much doesn't do it much good. On the outside I'm calm, but on the inside I'm shaking.
Cooking their recipes for the first time in a restaurant kitchen will be a big challenge for our 3 cooks. Gino will have a hard decision to make, as all 3 are determined that their dish will win the sought-after prize of being on this restaurant's menu for a month. Earlier we met Melissa Rees, who is making chilled Kejori, and Hattie Finch, who is cooking her great-granny Olive's fidget pie.
Another great dish bursting with heritage. But let's meet our next cook. I really want to find out who they are and what they're going to cook for us.
Maxine Moore is a 47-year-old operating theatre nurse from Stourbridge, here with husband Duncan and children Declan, Wesley and Lauren. Caribbean Saturday soup is a traditional dish that is widely enjoyed by West Indian communities.
Here's how to make my great Granny Annie's Caribbean Saturday soup. Well, this is a very busy house and a very busy kitchen, so I better get started and pop my apron on. Well, the first thing that I always do is put the stock on. Put the, stock doesn't have to necessarily be used. You can just use water, plain water, straight in the pot and bring it to boil. I'm just going to pop that all in. Okay, I'm just going to pop the lid back on, and then I'm going to move on now to prepare the meat. But I'm going to use lamb today. I'm using neck of lamb and shoulder of lamb. Okay, I'm going to prepare the meat by making sure all the fat's cut off. I'm just going to add it to the pot. My mother called these scallions. They are actually spring onions, but in the West Indies, for some reason, they call them scallions. I started to cook from I was 11 years old. We all had different roles in the house, and mine was cooking. Yeah. And I'm just going to put some fresh thyme in as well. So right now, I'm just going to add the garlic straight into the pan. You leave it to simmer now for 20 minutes. What I'm going to do within that 20 minutes, I want to grate some pumpkin and carrots, and then add that to the pot as well. Then I leave it now for another 30, 40 minutes. While I'm waiting for that to cook, I'm going to prepare my root vegetables. So my yam, sweet potato, normal potato. I'm just checking here just to make sure that the lamb is cooked before I add my root vegetables. And as you can see, it's easily breaking up. It is soft and cooked, and it's ready for the root vegetables. And while that's cooking, it'll take about another 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to make the dumplings. This is plain flour and some coarse cornmeal, a teaspoon of salt. Add the water a small amount at a time, and then just bring the flour together here. So I'll start off with a fork, but then I'll get my hands in. There, all the dough is together, and it's ready to be put in the pot. So I'll do balls, or I'll do like chipolato sort of shape. Making the dumpling for me was one of the first, things I did with my mum. The next thing I'm going to add to the pot is the Scotch bonnet. So just take a toothpick and just prick all over, and that helps to release the flavour without it being too overpowering. So all I do is just drop the whole thing in like that. Next, I'm going to add some packet soup, and all this does is just give it the extra kick and a depth to the actual broth. Now it's time to serve up.
That's Maxine's great-granny Annie's Caribbean Saturday soup. This fantastic dish has remained in her family over the course of 3 centuries.
Maxine.
Hello.
Tell me everything that I should know about your beautiful recipe. Come on. Tell me, paint me the story.
My great-granny Annie, who was born in 1875, she started this dish. And it came from Africa, and that's where my great-grandmother, as far as I can remember, started cooking this dish and passed it down to my mother. My great-grandmother was called Mary. She passed down from generation to generation, really. And it is a West Indian culture It's called Saturday soup because we usually have it on a Saturday. Soup made from lamb, chicken soup, beef soup, pea soup. If you go into any West Indian home on a Saturday, especially Jamaican homes, you'll have your pot of soup on the fire.
So, Maxine, how old were you when you first started to learn the Saturday soup?
I was 9 years old when I started learning Saturday soup. I started in the kitchen watching my mum cook soup. Well, she'd cook anything every day. I was just the one in my house that loved cooking. I just was in the kitchen all the time watching Mum cook, and one of the dishes that she cooked, as you know, regularly on a Saturday was soup. So, 9 years old, I actually started cooking it myself when I was around 11 years old. My mum, Adela, was a very welcoming person. She liked to feed everybody. You know, the centre of it was the food. The kitchen was always the hub of the home. As it is in my house now, it certainly was in my mother's house, the hub of the house. And, you know, my mum was there as the one in charge, the conductor. And, you know, we miss her greatly.
So why did you choose this particular recipe?
The Saturday soup is my first memory of cooking. It brings back all the memories of my family and being at home together. Really warm memories for me, for my mum and my family. And it's very special, even more special now, losing my mum last year, very suddenly, out of the blue. So this, you know, is really a tribute to my mother.
What would it mean to you now to win today's competition and have this beautiful dish that has been in your family for so many years, all of a sudden in a restaurant?
Well, it will be just fabulous. It's a tribute to my mother. She taught me this dish. This is where it's come from for me. And also for the West Indian community, having something from our culture on show in an area that is not known for West Indian cooking, I think it would be great.
Maxine is currently rushed off her feet, but she's hoping that things will ease up later.
I've got a lot of preparation to do. Well, most of my work is in the first hour or so. After that, the soup just cooks and, you know, I can relax then and just let it do its stuff.
Melissa's not leaving anything to chance, especially cooking the rice, which is still making her anxious.
I've cooked the rice. I'm just about to test it again. I erred on the side of caution, I think. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. There's a bit too much of a bite in there. And I've got my fish cooking in here. It takes a lot longer to do large quantities, so just waiting for it to come up to the simmer. And when it's done that, I'm going to shove the big old prawns in and get them to cook.
And just like Melissa, Hattie is also keen to get the hardest part of her recipe completed without a hitch.
So far, so good. I'm just getting the most fiddliest bit over and done with now. It's hot, but it's all right. It's a challenge, and I thrive off a challenge.
So that completes today's menu. Dishes that have been in their families for generations. And I really hope that the people of Shrewsbury, they will enjoy them just as much. But don't go anywhere, because very soon is lunchtime.
Coming up,
How long for the soup?
Gino piles on the pressure.
Can I have one more pie, one more soup, girls? Very good.
And one dish is very slow to start.
Melissa, what do you think is happening with your dish? Welcome back to There's No Taste Like Home, where today I travel all the way to Shrewsbury to find the 3 home cooks and get them cooking in this beautiful restaurant, where they are busy preparing their family favorite dishes. So while I go in the kitchen and checking on them, let's remind ourselves what's on the menu today.
Melissa Rees is creating chilled Kejori served on gem lettuce leaves. A dish with 14th century Asian origins, made popular by the Raj.
I love cooking this because it reminds me of my mother, and it reminds me of summertime and getting people together and families and eating outside.
Hattie Finch is cooking Great Granny Olive's fidget pie, served with a side of baked beans. This tasty Shropshire recipe has really survived the test of time.
This dish is very reminiscent of my grandma, and she had it made for her by her mum, as I did by my mum, and as I'm going to teach to my daughter.
And Maxine Moore is making Great Granny Annie's Caribbean Saturday soup, a hearty meal traditionally enjoyed by Caribbean families over the weekend.
I started to cook from I was 11 years old. We all had different roles in the house, and mine was cooking.
It's nearly time for lunch, and as the waiting staff busy themselves putting final touches to the restaurant, diners have arrived, all ready and waiting to try our three home cooks' heritage dishes. Back in the kitchen, our cooks are making last-minute preparations.
I'm up to speed, I think. I've just got pretty much all the ingredients in now, and it's all cooled down nicely. So, yeah, I'm fine. I'm happy, thank you.
It's a bit spicier than I would like it at this stage. It's fine for me because I like spicy, but I'm just trying to cater for general taste buds.
We're just waiting for the potatoes to finish boiling and then we're done. It's just got to put it together then. The pastry was a bit of a stress, but it's all right.
So, Hattie, how are we doing with the pie?
We're doing all right. We're just filling them up now.
So all nice and layered?
Yeah, and I'm ready to go in the oven.
So we got everything ready?
Everything's ready.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, Melissa, how are we doing here with the chapati?
Fine. I've just started. I'm just anxious not to make them too crispy, so...
You got the texture absolutely perfect.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very nice. You're doing fantastic.
Thank you.
You're doing fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maxine, how are we doing?
Nearly there.
Look at that. It looks absolutely beautiful. Really golden color. And I'll tell you something. I like the fact that you made the dumpling. Some of them, they're like balls. Some of them, they look like a penne pasta. Actually looks quite cool.
Spinners.
Hello, ladies.
Time is up, and whether our cooks are ready or not, this restaurant is open for business.
Hello, folks. Good afternoon.
The diners of Shrewsbury are already impressed by the heritage and stories behind today's dishes.
I'm going to go for the fidget pie. My nan used to cook fidget pie, so it'd be great to compare it to a nan's.
Well, they're all definitely recipes I've never really heard of before. They're not the kind of recipes you see when you're out in a pub or a restaurant, so I'm quite excited to sample one of these, but I think I'm definitely going to be going for the Caribbean soup because I've never really tried Caribbean soup before.
I love the fact it's all home-cooked food because it'll have a lot of passion and thought and sort of love behind it.
With the diners looking forward to some fantastic home-cooked food, it's now up to Gino to run the pass during service. It's important that before service begins, he tastes each dish to make sure it's properly cooked and beautifully presented.
Very soon it's going to be lunchtime. Before we start, I must see your final dish, okay? So you got 15 minutes, make sure everything is ready, and bring it to me, okay? So everybody back to the station, and let's move on. Come on, girls.
By the end of lunch service, Gino will award one dish the honour of being on this restaurant's menu for a month. His decision will look at three main criteria: cost of ingredients, preparation time in the kitchen, and the reaction of the diners. Whilst the cooks put the finishing touches to their dishes, Gino heads front of house to meet a very special diner.
Guys, sorry to disturb your chat. You must be Janet.
I am.
Mwah. How are you?
I'm very well.
Tell me about the dish.
Mum used to make it for our tea, just because I think there were 4 children, and my granddad lived with us, and so it was a nice, cheap, filling
Cheap
dish.
and cheerful.
Yeah.
What about those baked beans, though?
Oh, that's Hattie.
That's a Hattie twist, right? So we got the mustard, which is her twist, and the baked beans.
I know. Well, that's because she didn't like it to start with. When she was
Okay.
little, she wasn't very keen on it. And so I think she just used to pour beans all over it as a way of eating it because she had to eat it.
Well, guys, have a great lunch, okay? Enjoy, and then I'll have a chat with you later.
Thanks very much.
All right? Ciao. Ciao.
Back in the kitchen, the three dishes are ready for Gino's taste test. And first up today is Melissa Rees with her chilled Kejori served on gem lettuce leaves.
Well, what can I tell you about Melissa's dish? It's really pretty. You know, 3 salad leaves stuffed with all these beautiful, fishes in there, and then the chapati on the side. And I have to say, it looks really good. Perfect. Definitely, Melissa achieved the perfect chapati. Now, I don't know if there is a delicate way to eat this dish. Sometime, in life, you just gonna have to get on with food just like I'm doing now. Very pretty. You eat it from a salad leaf. I can see the salmon, the haddock. I hope I'm gonna get the explosion of flavor that I think I should. I'm going in. Hey, hey. I get the haddock coming through. I get the lemon zest. The marinated anchovies with a touch of vinegar in it comes through beautifully. The prawns, they look very nice. The problem with prawns, it could be that they overcooked. If they overcooked, they're gonna get quite dry, quite chewy. This is definitely not the case. Definitely not the case. The prawns is cooked to perfection.
Next is Hattie Finch and Great Granny Olive's fidget pie, served with a side of baked beans.
Okay, Hattie fidget pie. Let's tuck in. Okay, so open up. I can see straight away the crispy bacon going through, the potatoes, the mustards. Good. I like it. The pastry is very good. Holds everything together beautifully. The mustard, which is the addition of Hattie, I think it works very well. I'm gonna have now to try with the baked beans, just to open my mind a little bit. So there we go, the famous baked beans. I'm gonna put it on the pie. It's good. I think the diners will like that, definitely.
And finally, Gino will taste Maxine Moore's Great Granny Annie's Caribbean Saturday soup.
So, there we have it, Maxine's Saturday soup. So what I'm expecting here is the lamb to be absolutely tender. And yes, it does. The soup is very well seasoned. You get the spicy Scotch bonnet coming through, which I like it, although not overpowering. I want to try the dumpling. See, usually dumpling I'm used to of the round one. Simple. It works well with the soup. Good dish, good dish.
Hello, are we ready to order?
All three dishes have passed Gino's taste test, so he allows the ordering to begin.
Now, during the service, it's going to be quite loud. I'm going to shout your dish very loudly, and I need you to answer me back. And whenever I shout your dish, you shout back, yes, chef. Tell me how long is it going to take for you to put the dish together. So count down on me, 30 seconds, 10 seconds to go, so then I can coordinate all your dishes right here, and then we can send a table full of different dishes at a time. Are we understood each other?
Yes, chef.
Fantastic. So everybody back into position. We started in 30 seconds. Okay? Clean everything up and make sure everything is ready. That's the way we rock.
Hello there. Are we ready to order? Yeah. Lovely. What can I get you?
Have the Caribbean Saturday soup, please.
Yeah, Great Annie's olive fidget pie, please.
Yes, absolutely.
Kejori, please.
Yes. Today's service is just starting right now. And today's a little bit different because the tickets are all the way down there, the kitchen is very big, and the pass is here. So they're really gonna have to listen to me, and there's gonna be a lot of shouting going on. Guys, can I have one fidget pie, one Kejori,
yes, chef.
and one Caribbean soup?
Yes,
okay,
chef.
How long for the Kejori?
1 minute.
How long for the soup?
Soup now.
Come on, you got about 5 or 6 pies, one after the other.
A lot of pies going out.
Come on, one more soup, one more soup, one more soup.
Finally, our three cooks' dishes make it out of the kitchen and over to the hungry diners.
Hi, we've got one soup. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, thank you very much. Definitely. It's really nice.
Okay, can I have one fidget pie, one soup?
2 minutes.
Yes, chef.
Can I have 4 pies
Yes,
and
chef.
2 soups? Remember, we are in a professional kitchen. I want to see teamwork.
After a promising start, Melissa is anxious as none of the diners seem to be ordering her Kejori.
Melissa, what do you think is happening with your dish?
Well, I don't know. I'm just hoping that it kicks in later on. I'm hoping it gets more popular.
Yeah, I really hope so, because it's a beautiful dish and I want them to try.
With a mass of orders for fidget pie and Saturday soup, the other two are having to work hard to keep up. Hattie is struggling.
It's suddenly gone very busy.
I need 1 pie. Not 3 in a go. I need 1 pie right now. Okay, the pie. Where is my pie? Service.
Coming now.
Maxine is flat out getting her soups ready for Gino and hasn't noticed a potential disaster with one of her dishes.
Maxine, can I ask you something?
Yes?
Oh, look at that. I can't do that.
No, I didn't see the crack in the dish. And of course you can't serve that
Can I have 1 soup?
Soup coming up.
And she's not the only one letting standards slip.
Make sure that the ramekin is always cleaned. Do not serve me something that is absolutely dirty, yeah? This is very important.
Finally, Melissa's luck is about to change.
Please let it be a Kejori. Oh, yes, we got one. Can I have 1 Kejori?
Coming, chef.
And once the orders for Kejori start, they just don't stop.
1 Kejori, 3 Kejori. How long for the Kejori?
It's here. Just when I was thinking Kejori was unpopular, it's...
Kejori, where is my Kejori? 1.
Coming,
I need
chef.
1, don't make 3. Make 1 and bring it to me, please.
Here we go, we have a soup.
With the kitchen at capacity, are the cook's dishes being appreciated?
Yeah, it's very tasty.
I ordered the soup. It's hot to the taste, spicy, filling, full of vegetables. Lovely.
I ordered the Kejori. The different fish taste came through. Fantastic.
I ordered the fidget pie and the pastry is absolutely delicious. It's really nice. I'm really glad I picked it.
In the kitchen, Hattie and Maxine are getting carried away with their portions.
Too much. Yeah, too much. Don't put too much soup, otherwise it doesn't look good. Hattie, come here. I need to know exactly how many pies you got. Why is this ramekin getting smaller now?
Because we've run out of big ones.
Okay, but why don't we fill it up a little bit more? And look, it's all dirty or sauce. I need to know how many pies you got left, please. Okay, girls, come on, let's do 1 big push. Yes? Are you with me?
Yes, chef.
Hello?
Yes, chef.
Very nice. Make sure the ramekin is clean on the sides.
Yeah.
Tickets are coming really, really fast, but we haven't finished service yet. Join me after the break because I'm gonna have to make a very tough decision. One of these dishes, they're gonna be on this restaurant menu for 1 month, and I have no idea yet. Can I have 1 soup, 1 pie?
Coming up.
The winner of today's There's No Taste Like Home is... Guys, service. How long for the pie?
2 minutes.
Chef Gino D'Acampo is on a mission to prove there's no taste like home.
1 soup. How long for the pie? Very good.
He's found 3 home cooks with 3 historic family recipes. Together, they've taken over a restaurant in Shrewsbury, Shropshire. The restaurant is full, with orders coming through thick and fast, so the 3 home cooks have had to work hard to keep up.
Can I have 3 pies, 3 Kejori, and 3 soups?
Yes, chef.
Fantastic.
But service is now nearly over, and the cooks are all hoping that Gino might pick their dish to feature on this restaurant's menu for a month.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
And keep smiling. The last table. Well done. Well done. Well done. How do you feel?
Great.
Yeah? Was it hot? It was fun? Are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with the dishes?
Yeah. Yes.
Service has finally ended, and our cooks have done everything they can to secure their dish a place on the restaurant's menu for a month. It's now up to the diners and the restaurant's head chef and manager to help Gino make his difficult decision.
All right. See you later. Thank you.
I ordered a fidget pie. I chose it because it looked like a real winter warmer, which is what I really enjoy about home cooking. And it's actually come up to standard because it is a real winter warmer. It's really filling and satisfying. And it's with the beans as well, it's just complimentary. So it's a good choice. I'd have it again, definitely.
I ordered the Kejori and I was really pleasantly surprised because it was, on the menu it said it was cold and I wasn't sure what to expect, but it worked really well. The flavours were really balanced. There were a few different fishes in there, but none overpowered the other.
I had the soup and it was a really good soup, to be fair. I thought to myself, not too sure at first because a soup you think of a starter dish, so I wasn't sure whether it would be really that filling, but it was more like a stew. Really good pieces of potato and big chunks of meat. Really impressive, nice.
The diners are impressed, but which dish will Gino pick? Will it be Melissa Rees and her chilled Kejori, served on gem lettuce leaves? A much-loved, lightly spiced dish made popular by the Raj.
What would it mean to you to win today's competition and have this recipe on this restaurant menu for 1 month? You know, for your family, for your mother.
Well, I've
your
been straight on the phone. My mother wasn't able to be here today, so when I get home, I'll be phoning her and saying, "It's great news, Mum. You know, Kejori is on the menu." She'll be very pleased. So, from that point of view, I'd be dead chuffed. Yes.
Or will it be Hattie Finch and her great-granny Olive's fidget pie, served with a side of baked beans? This tasty Shropshire classic has really stood the test of time.
It'd be nice to share it, but also just nice to, you know, remember my grandma. She died when I was very young, and, you know, it's nice to live on her memory in her cooking as well.
Or will it be Maxine Moore and her great-granny Annie's Caribbean Saturday soup, a celebratory dish enjoyed for over 2 centuries in the West Indies?
It's a tribute to my mother. She taught me this dish. This is where it's come from for me. I think it would be great.
So guys, did you have a good lunch?
Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen, let me to introduce you my 3 home cooks. Come on, girls. Come on! You look very nervous. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yes.
Yeah? Tell me about the experience.
Nerve-wracking.
It's nerve-wracking. It was very hot in the kitchen today.
Very, yes.
But did you enjoy actually the chaos and everything that happens in a professional kitchen?
Yeah, it was fun. It was good fun.
It was fun, was it? Maxine, when you start to tell me the story about, you know, your mother, your family, I tasted the soup, and I was very impressed. I was very impressed. Hattie, you probably had an advantage because you presented me with a local dish, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fidget pie. I was very confused when you described it to me at the beginning. Mashed potato, then the apple, then the bacon. How's it going to work? I tried it, and it was absolutely fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
Melissa, you came with a beautiful Kejori. Different because, you know, you explained to me that originally in your family it was a hot dish, spicy. Your son was completely different, beautiful presented. The flavor were absolutely amazing. In front of me, I have 3 winners already. One of you will have the chance to have their dish added on this restaurant menu for 1 month. So, the winner of today's Days No Taste Like Home is... Maxine and the Saturday soup. There you have it.
I tried the soup and it was very nice, so I can't blame them.
I think my ancestors would be proud, and yeah, I think they'd have enjoyed the day, found it all interesting. I wish they could have all been here, and I'm sure they would have wanted to try Maxine's soup too.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show just as much as I did today. Congratulations to Maxine and her beautiful Saturday soup. Simplicity at its best. The lamb was flicking through my mouth, the veg was cooked to perfection, spicy coming through, absolutely perfect. But you know what? Don't forget to join me next time as I continue my journey across the UK to find more home cooks, all eager to prove one more time that it's not taste like home.
Family was everything to my mum, and I'm sure she's over the moon right now, and she would definitely say, yes, that is my Jamaican Saturday soup, and Maxine, I knew I could trust you with making it.
So if you want to try the winning dish yourself, or perhaps you want the details of the recipes featured on today's show, go to itv.com/food.